Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Let's get straight into this topic. Ladies and gentlemen, we watched yesterday an incredible basketball game. For me to go live in a game where, and I do a live where I'm talking about Victor and one of these guys, you know it was a game. Now, I'm sure the vast majority of you guys saw it. The game went into double overtime. Victor Wembanyama, man, this dude was just, the dude is blocking putback dunk. Like, it was incredible. And when he hit that first three, I think in regulation, or was it in regulation or the first time out in the first OT, that 28-foot three-pointer, I was like, I was absolutely speechless. And the guy finished the game with 41 points, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists, 24 rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds on 50% shooting from 3, 92% from the free throw line, and 56% shooting from the floor. And I think Victor made it clear that not only is he the best player, but he's also the MVP. Now, this takes us into kind of segues us into what we want to talk about today. So as you guys know, Shams broke the news about 6 hours early than he was supposed to, or 7 or whatever it was. And a lot of people got on him for that. But SGA ultimately won the MVP. And when I first saw the news, I actually posted on one of those Instagram posts. No, I think I posted on my story. Well deserved, right? But I had been saying that I thought that Victor Wembanyama was the regular season MVP. I just thought that he was the most impactful player in the NBA. So after the game, after Victor put up that incredible performance, they asked him in the post-game press conference, do you feel slighted that you didn't win the MVP? And did that kind of motivate you to go out there and essentially embarrass these guys? And Victor Wembanyama did not hold back. Before we even get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the regular season is wrapped up and the NBA playoffs are finally here. And there's no better way to cash in and all of the high-flying hoop action than PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means when you're making lineups on PrizePicks. And here's something you didn't want to sleep on. PrizePicks has the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals sweepstakes going on right now. Make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player picked during the playoffs, and you could win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. That alone is reason enough to check out PrizePicks right now. I've been making lineups on the Celtics and Lakers players, and it makes watching the playoffs so much more fun. It's simple. Just pick more or less on player projections across basketball, baseball, hockey, and more. You can even pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup with stacks. And if your picks get off to a hot start, cash out early with easy payouts before the game even ends. PrizePicks is now available in all 50 states. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Okay, perfect. So what we want to do is we're going to play the video of Victor Wembanyama during the post-game interview, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Victor here.
Really, the first question is how are you feeling right now, playing nearly 50 minutes, double overtime, Game 1, Western Conference Finals, and then winning the game in that manner? What is the overriding emotion that you have right now?
I feel like it was a great effort from everybody, 1 to 15. Physically, I'm feeling tired, honestly, but not as much as you would expect, honestly. It's probably the adrenaline. It's going to come down a little bit. I'm probably going to sleep pretty well tonight.
Victor, I heard you tell the TV broadcast that it felt at times like you weren't thinking during that late part of the game. Can you kind of expand on that, your mentality, and also the pull-up three-pointer that you hit with 30 seconds left? What were you thinking for that one?
For that one, I was just thinking, take my time. But for the rest, there are some plays I wish I were thinking more. Like I think it was the regulation last shot. I had an open look, on a way smaller defender, so I should have just taken it. But it's an experience we learn,
Mitch was saying that it's a pretty natural response for a competitor to see another competitor get something that he wants, whether it's the MVP trophy or whatever it might be. I'm just curious if that was in your mind at all, knowing that Shea had got that award and you were in the top 3 for it, and, did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
What does it feel like to see someone else get the MVP trophy right before you step into, I guess, what is basically the biggest game of your career, and then to have the best performance of your career?
Feels like I still got a lot to learn, and I want to get that trophy, many times in my career.
We talked a lot about winning an MVP and what goes behind it, whether it's political, things of that nature. Do you feel like, especially after this game, that you're the best player in basketball?
Do I feel like it right now? I feel tired. But it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see, The world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
Victor, tonight almost felt a little bit symbolic, the MVP ceremony for SGA before the game, and then you have a big response tonight with your performance. If your performance tonight had a message behind it, what would that message be?
The message would be that we as a team are ready to go in any environment, in any place, against anybody. And even though we still got a lot to learn, our effort should be over anybody else's. And tonight we were relentless.
Excellent. So you heard what Victor Wembanyama had to say. I got to tell you guys, I love this guy, man. I love everything about this guy. Beyond the fact that he's a two-way player. My favorite player of all time in Kobe Bryant was a two-way player. I just like his competitive fervor, man. There's a nastiness to him that I like. I like the fact that he takes things personally. I like the fact that he holds grudges. I'm like that. I'll hold grudges. You try to play me, or you feel like, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. Bro, you on my list. You know what I mean? Like those people that said, oh, you can't get views without LeBron James, and we start another channel, we pushing 40,000 subs. Y'all on my list. Y'all on my list. I take it personal, and I like that about him. The other reason I like him is because he's bringing in a new energy, not a new energy, an old school energy that this league desperately needed. Bro, enough of this kumbaya nonsense, man. You got dudes running around painting their fingernails, like enough with it. We need to bring back that gutterness to the game, that grittiness. You saw the All-Star game. He was mad because he was like, yo, I want to bust their ass. That's the kind of timing he was on, and I think this is what the game is missing. This is what he was out there playing ferociously. He's dunking the ball, holding on to the ball, screaming at cats. Like, this is what we need. And you're damn right he took it personally, as he should. The same way MJ took it personally, I think, when Barkley won the MVP, or I forgot who the player was that won over him. Or Hakeem took it personally when David Robinson won. You got to take it personally. You have to. Forget all of this nice stuff and give me a hug, give me a kiss, kumbaya, kumbaya. Nah, we done with that. That's why I want to see this guy win the chip, because we need to usher in a new era into the NBA. We need to get back to the grittiness, to the competitiveness. Let's get back to the essence of the sport, which is competition, raw competition. We are barbarians out here. There's nowhere friends. If you look at Victor, he's always like bigging up his teammates, pumping them up and all of that. But the rest of them, they the ops. And I love that. This league needs it, and he the only one that I see bringing it like this. He coming for everybody, yo. This team has a nastiness to it that I like, and it's not a traditional Spurs team with Duncan, which was a little bit more conservative. They're more, they just go about their business, kind of like just broccoli and chicken, just bland and white rice, very bland. Nah, man, these guys is out here. They coming for you. You saw Castle throwing down dunks, staring down Wemby. They're here to snatch your heart. And I think you're looking at a team full of dogs, even Ron Harper's son, just a team full of wolves, hungry wolves, and I love it.